Guys, what's really good? Tech Jamo. I've been out here for a minute since day one, 3rd of March 2017 with the Nintendo Switch. Now, 3rd of March 2021, this thing is literally turning 4 years old. So I thought we'd just watch some gameplay and run a little 5 things I like and 5 things that I don't like about the Nintendo Switch 4 years later. Let's go. Alright, now first up is the first party games. Everybody comes to Nintendo to play the first party games. Everybody's heard of Mario, everyone's heard of Mario Kart. You already know the vibes, fam. But obviously, me personally, I'm a bit of a Zelda Breath of the Wild guy, Mario Odyssey guy, Smash Bros, Mario Kart, and lately I've come into the Animal Crossing series, which I literally only just started this time last year. And Mario, all these games that come first party from Nintendo just have this je ne sais quoi. Yeah, you can't fault them at all. They're out here. Nintendo knows we're addicted to them. They know it so much to a point where some of the games that came out on the Wii U for 50 bar, they're now re-releasing on the Nintendo Switch also for 50 bar, but they're adding remix or upgraded or HD to the end. They know we're addicted. I know I'm addicted. All right, let's move on. And it's not even just the first party games. Nintendo have, for the first time in my eyes, gone on this third party thing. Games from other developers, AAA games from other developers. Like we had Borderlands Legendary Collection the other day, FIFA, 2K, Assassin's Creed, fam, Resident Evil, just to name a few. Nintendo are finally coming to the realization that people want to play other things apart from their brilliant first party titles, and it really just brings the Nintendo Switch into a place where it can be that all-in-one system. Because back in the day, you used to have a Nintendo and then have a PlayStation or have an Xbox on the side. Nowadays, you can actually have the Nintendo and usually get most of the games that you want to play on that one console. The next thing that I really love about the Nintendo Switch, and this has been a day zero since I first ever saw the trailer for the Nintendo Switch coming out, and that is the fact that you can connect it to the TV, and when you're done banging it out on the TV, you connect it handheld. You understand? You just take it off the dock and you're boom, you're gone. You can bang out a game on the TV in 1080p HD, and then when you're going into bed now, you just take it off the dock, you bring that game under the covers for a little intimacy, you understand? It don't have to be a big TV thing. Say if Bae kicks you off the TV because she wants to watch her soaps and EastEnders, Bae, that's cool. I'm gonna collect my Switch to my hands and go off on a handheld thing to finish off the Smash Bros beef that I started on the TV. It's light work, it's fast, it's simple, it's intuitive. Now, the next thing that I really like about the Nintendo Switch, and it kind of joins together with the fact that there's lots of third-party games, is the fact that the game library is massive. It's wham. It gets to the point, yeah, where I want to impulse buy some games and I actually don't know where to start. Does man start in the new releases section, the recent releases section? Do I start in the cheap budget section? Like, where do I start, fam? There are just so many games, and my backlog, let's not talk about my backlog, yeah? The backlog of games that I've got to even open for the first time is just ridiculous because there's bare sales, games are getting bare cheap, and yeah, there's just not enough time. Too many games and not enough time. And not to mention, a lot of these games are free to play online titles. So even if you're getting the Nintendo Switch on a budget, you still got a wide variety of games to get your teeth into. And can I just say, guys, I've noticed you're still watching my video, so if you do like the content, you might as well leave me a little piece of like, subscribe, and notification bell to support the channel. All right, next thing. Final thing that I like about the Nintendo Switch, and it kind of ties together with the cheap games, is that it's also the cheapest console you can cop at the moment. Bearing in mind, you can also cop PS4 and Xbox One for cheaper now because they're old consoles. Nintendo Switch, I feel, is the cheapest next-gen quotation marks console that you can cop right now. And it really ties together well with Nintendo's ethos of just the gameplay over the performance, over the 4K graphics, over frame rate. Just gameplay alone will sell the consoles, and it honestly does. Like, if you go back to GameCube days, GameCube came out for $129.99. Don't ask me how I know the price, man. Pre the Argos catalog, bare times asking mumsy and pups to get it for me. These times when PS2 and I think Xbox were like $299 each, fam. It was a mazza. But yeah, it's nice and cheap. It's out here for the cheap gang like me that want to get into gaming but don't necessarily want to spend $5 bill on getting their gaming console and their games. However, guys, it's not all fun, love, and roses with the Nintendo Switch. 4 years later, I've seen a lot of shortfalls, fam. I've seen a lot of things that have made me think, rah, why am I still addicted to this console? Now, first up, let me just throw it out there. Let's just put it to the side because it actually vexes me to this day. Fam, the Joy-Cons are overpriced. How are you gonna have a cheap console, but the controllers that go on it are 60 baht? How are they more than PlayStation and Xbox controllers? That's just confusing. It's confuzzling. And furthermore, once you spend that money, these things broke down on you, fam. Like, they have this Joy-Con drift and then the analog stick is going left and you're going right. And fam, why? You can't charge people money for things and then have the thing just broke down. And Nintendo have been sued bare times over this. So yo, it's time to fix up, man. Come on, honestly. Next point I don't really like about the Nintendo Switch, and it kind of ties in with my positive point of there being a lot of third-party games. Not all of those third-party games are optimized correct. Like, you understand? Like, we've had wonders like the Doom series, we've had Witcher 3, but then we've had things like the Giant and I, or whatever the hell it was called, that just ran at 20 frames per second. The game was running like PowerPoint slideshow, brother. How are you gonna bring out a big boy game, charge people money for it, and then the game is not even running correctly? There's games that even ran better on the PS Vita. Fam, I'm confused. I don't know how they did that, but yeah, it's just, you get all excited for the game finally coming out on Nintendo Switch, and then it comes out and it's half of what the game should be. It's half the experience that you would normally get on the PlayStation and on the Xbox, on the PC. And that's something that Nintendo's been doing for a while on a couple of games now. They're not doing it for all the games, but there's still a couple games that are quite disappointing, and it's just not the same experience that you get from other next-gen consoles. The next thing which actually vexes me about Nintendo, like the other things I didn't like, but this actually vexes me. Nintendo Online, yeah, they finally had the audacity, yeah, to charge money for their online services. Please tell me how they're doing this. Please tell me why. Because I go onto Smash Bros, yeah, and if I'm not in the queue by the time a fight starts, I can't watch that game. Please tell me why everything has to stop on an island so that someone can join your game on Animal Crossing. Why is it not drop in, drop out like every single other game on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC? Why are they in 2001? What's actually going on there? I'm so confused at why we're paying for this service, and the online experience on, do you know what it is? We've been spoiled by PlayStation and Xbox and Steam and Epic giving all those free games. We've been spoiled. It's their fault. It's not Nintendo's fault. The last and final thing that I'm not really feeling with the Nintendo Switch, and it's been 4 years now, and that is the UI, fam. The whole user interface situation. Now, my main concerns come from when you're in the Nintendo eShop and you're searching for a game, yeah? Once you go into that bucket section and you're looking for all your cheap games, why is it taking 10 seconds once you scroll down the page and you want to load the next couple of lines of games? Why is it taking that long? Is that for anyone else or is it just for me? Like, I've got a whole new Nintendo Switch and it's still taking bare long to browse through the games. And the reason why I'm confused is that people are actually out here on their own agenda to spend money on games in your store. And you're making it hard for them. You're making the situation longer than it needs to be. What? Fam, that should be the most fluid experience that you can have on the Switch. At least let them buy the game and then gas them up and then let them play the game and realize that the frames per second and everything else about the game is dead. At least that, the bare minimum, Nintendo, come on. But yeah, just general things like that. There's no third-party apps, no Netflix, no Internet Explorer, no Disney Plus, no way to stream music, Spotify and thing, which means that instead of being a whole multimedia gaming device like the PSVR and the PSP before it, it's just a portable gaming device, which is still cool, but it could be so much more. But anyway, guys, that's what my man is saying, innit? Nintendo Switch thing, 4 years later, done know. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff there. And man will catch you guys in the next one. Bless out.